Hi everyone, this is Miss Arista here, and I have the pleasure to have a conversation with Pamela, who is the HR manager at Rydges Hotel down at South Bank in Brisbane. And I've kindly asked Pamela if she would jump on and give you some information about what she's looking for in an ideal employee. And she said yes, so thank you so much for your time. It's really great to have you here.
Hi everyone.
So, Pamela, what type of things are you looking for in a new employee when you're hiring them, or perhaps even just for work experience? What sort of people are you looking for?
Sure. So what we really look for is attitude above everything else. So we feel it's really great to have the skills that you do get taught in hospitality courses and maybe at school, but above all else, attitude is the thing that we can't teach people and that we look for. So when I talk about attitude, having the right attitude is being someone who's willing to learn, who is happy, friendly, can smile, can make eye contact with guests, and above all, who commits to the job. So someone who will show up for work, be punctual, be reliable, and that we can count on, and that is committed to our work.
So show up on time. Does on time mean, okay, my shift starts at 10 a.m., I'm going to be at work at 10 a.m.? Is that what on time means to you?
Well, technically, if your shift starts at 10, you'll get paid from 10 o'clock. But when we're talking about attitude and commitment, what we like to see is that people will actually prepare themselves and arrive for work prior to 10 o'clock. So if I was starting at 10, I would arrive at 9:45. I would give myself time to get changed, to maybe grab a quick coffee in the staff room and put everything in my locker and make sure that I was ready to start work at 10 o'clock. So I would be in front of my supervisor saying, hello, I'm here for the day at 10 a.m. That is the expectation of any employer.
We were talking a little bit before about having mobile phones. So really great that you've got uniform here that your staff or employees can change into. And you said that they have a locker where they can put mobile phones.
Yep. We have a very strict mobile phone policy at the hotel, and there's two reasons for this. The first reason is to protect our brand, because we don't want people taking photos or videos of things that they shouldn't be taking those images of. It could end up out on social media, and it's something that we can't control. And we need to make sure that our brand, Rydges, is represented in the best way possible. So that's the first reason, is protection of brand and our private and confidential information. The second reason is customer service. How can you serve customers properly if you have your mobile phone buzzing in your back pocket because you're getting notifications on Snapchat? There's no way that your mind will be focused on the customer, and we need that above everything else.
Because even if your phone's on silent, you can still hear that buzz all the time.
Absolutely. And it is really hard. I mean, we're very attached to our phones. They're an extension of ourselves, and it feels strange to not be with our phones. But we do need to get into a habit of saying, when I'm at work, I'm getting paid to be here, I need to give 100%, and the only way I can do that is by not having my phone on me. So we ask all staff to put their mobile phone into their bags, which are kept securely in their lockers. They can access it on their breaks. They can access it before and after work. And we tell them to tell their friends and their parents and anyone else that might be trying to contact them that they're at work. And if they do need to be contacted, they can always call the hotel phone number. So we have a 24-hour switchboard. There's always someone manning it. So you'll always be able to be contacted if there is an emergency, for example.
Yeah, exactly. And where to meet up for coffee after work is not an emergency.
No.
No.
Not really.
And Snapchatting anything at work while working is very, very unprofessional. So that's a given. I don't think we actually, I used to manage and work in restaurants, and I never thought I had to tell my employees that that's not okay, that you shouldn't be Snapchatting the work environment or taking photos of the work environment without permission. But I think it's something that needs to be said.
Yeah, and of people as well. I mean, in hospitality, you have all of these guests, and we're a hotel, and quite often people staying in hotels don't want other people to know that they're here. So you can see people in the background right here. If we were to take a photo and there was someone in the background and then they're seen at Rydges, we could do a lot of damage to that person's reputation as well. Another really important thing is grooming, and it's a real bugbear of mine because it's very hard to get our employees to maintain the level of grooming that's required. In hospitality, first impressions count.
Absolutely.
And you need to look immaculate all the time. So
what does immaculate mean?
In our terms, we want to see hair that's neat. If it's long, pulled back, and with an appropriate hair tie that you've used as well. Usually one that matches
like
your hair colour.
Fluoro scrunchie?
No. Just get the standard ones that match your hair colour. You can buy them everywhere. Conservative makeup. So we do like to see some makeup. I think it makes people look nicely presented.
I've got 2 young kids.
But conservative. Minimal jewellery is essential, and that's also a health and safety issue as well. So we need to have minimal jewellery. So we usually say maybe 1 stud in each ear, and a wristwatch is really important. Look, tattoos will depend on the area of the hotel that you're working in, and it will often depend on the employer. I know some employers who say no to tattoos. I know others like us. We have certain areas in our hotel, like our bar, for example, where a tattoo won't be a problem. So I think it's something that...
Other places where it should be covered up. So you can have a tattoo, but it needs to be covered up.
That's right. Yeah. So in our housekeeping department, for example, if they have tattoos, they have to have them covered using a bandage or a long sleeve top. So it is something...
And I think this comes right back around to where you started with regards to attitude. So whatever it is that your workplace has a rule or a policy on, it's about coming to work knowing that this is the right thing to do, or finding out what the policy or the rules are and then following the rules of your employment. Because if you hark up about it or you have attitude or negative attitude around it, then that's just not reflecting on your own professional attitude. So finding out what the rules are and then following those rules as best as you can. And if you make a mistake, owning up to it or rectifying it, apologising for whatever mistake you did make, and come back to work again tomorrow and do the right thing. Because I think that shows a lot about attitude as well.
Absolutely.
Learning from your mistakes and being able to have a better day.
That's right. And everyone makes mistakes. And I think I was telling you about our work experience person who turned up in jeans on his first day, and we'd said black trousers, and he wore black jeans. But we are very specific about black hospitality style trousers. So look, we didn't send him home or anything that day, but we said, tomorrow you need to be wearing your black trousers. And he did, and he looked immaculate, and it was fabulous. So, yeah.
Thank you so much for your time today, Pamela. It's been really helpful.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, everyone.
If it's okay, we'd love to send you through a few resumes to have a look at.
Certainly. I'll be interested to have a look.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.